Good morning. Today I'm going to share with you some learnings that I had about living a life and some of the mistakes that I made throughout my life. I'm 60 this year and I've made a lot of mistakes which had brought me to a high level of debts. But not to worry. I was lucky because I do have a property that I could liquidate and pay off all my debts. But how about you? Do you have such facility? So firstly, I'm going to talk about the mistakes I made. Number one, I did not think about the future. I took it for granted that until the age of 60, 65, I will still be employed and I would have good income. I assumed that, forgetting the fact that employment guarantee is no longer available in this world. Companies can throw people out at their whims and fancies because the profits for the stakeholders are more important than your employment, than your need to put food on the table. The profits for the stakeholders are more important. And CEOs are not going to think of you, they are going to think of their bosses who are the stakeholders. So there's no employment guarantee. And I thought I can continue working until I drop dead, maybe. But that's not the case. Today at 60, I don't have a job. I'm trying to get an employment, but at the same time, trying to work on my side hustles. If whatever I plan, that I can take the proceeds from my sale of the house and pay off my debts, then the current side hustles will keep me afloat and maybe bring in more money for me. I don't know. But that's my first mistake. My second mistake was I didn't live within my means. I did not. I thought that I'm employed. I can always afford that holiday overseas using credit cards or that expensive luxurious handbag using credit cards. So life was on credit. These days we have something similar which is called buy now pay later. It's not correct. It's if you don't have it, don't spend it. If you don't have that kind of money, don't spend it. If you want to go traveling, save the money, then go traveling. And travel on a budget, it's not wrong. You don't have to travel as a luxurious traveler all the time. No. It's nice to be able to sit in the premium lounge and whatever, but remember, if it's your own money, travel on a budget. Okay? So live within your means. Number 3, people will always tell you that, hey, invest in insurance so that someday, by the time you retire, there'll be a big lump sum that's paid out to you. I'm telling you, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. There was one experience where I had paid off a particular policy. It's a very well-known insurance company. Paid off. And when I checked, I had a huge balance. When I asked them, when I surrendered the policy, asked them to pay me back, they cut about 6 to 7% from the amount, making me get lesser than the premium I paid. So forget about insurance. Okay? If today you have a particular lifestyle, and if you could keep it at very minimalist or live within your means, try to maintain it so that going forward, even when your income increases, your cost of living will not increase. That means you will not need to fork out more as your income increases. You'll be able to save more. Don't buy that luxurious car or nice looking car if your current car still works. You don't have to move to a bigger property unless there's a pressing need. You have 8 children and you have to move to a bigger property, then yeah, okay, maybe you have to upsize. But otherwise, if there is no need, live within your means and invest in what really matters. Insurance is an investment only if You live until the end of the tenure of the policy. But then, even at that point in time, they will take a chunk out of it and give you the rest. Okay. Lesson number 4 that I learned was never give the best to your children. Never, 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 never. Give them what you can afford, not give them what they want. And don't try to be the perfect parent. I tried to be. My second daughter studied international school. It cost me Malaysian ringgit 500,000 just the schooling. At one point in time, someone was paying for the fees for the first 2 years. I said, okay, someone is paying, and anyways, I was in a very good job, so I can afford it. Much later, I realized that there was no job guarantee. I walked out of the job for a reason. There was toxicity, so I walked out of it. Then I realized that I had to run pillar to post just to make sure she completes her education. So don't ever, okay, refrain from giving the best. Give your children what you can afford, not the best, please. Okay. So these are my experiences. And the main lesson that I learned from this is that always live within your means. Credit cards are unnecessary. Use your debit card. Use your e-wallets. Invest where you can get good returns. But investment is always a risk. Some people go for gold. I agree. If you can invest in gold, that's good. No, I didn't. I'm not investing anything anymore. I'm just keeping cash. That's all. I don't want, at this age, I don't want to invest in anything. I'm just keeping cash because I'm already 60. I don't know, maybe tomorrow I won't be around. And I hope this video serves my children as a reminder that they too should live within their means. Cook as much as you can at home. Why do you have to eat out? Sometimes leftovers can be eaten the next day. So my advice to everyone who's watching video today is that live within your means. Avoid living excessive life. Avoid spending on things that you don't really need to spend on. And more importantly, these days, employment is uncertain. So get as many side hustles that you can manage. But don't kill yourself having too many side hustles and a full-time employment. But just have side hustles enough. If that side hustle can pay your day-to-day life, that's good enough, because whatever comes as your salary, keep it aside and invest it if you want. The best investment that you can ever find is on yourself. Yeah, right from your education, from skills, as well as your health. But then again, that's for another day. What's the best form of investment? Okay, I'm not an investment consultant. I'm just a single mom who at 60 has realized a lot of things that I have done wrong in my life in the past. So I'm sharing with you, and I'm leaving this video in my channel, hoping that someday my children will take some learning from this as well. So I hope whatever I've shared adds some value to you and maybe makes you start thinking. If it does, good. And if you like to hear more, if I don't bore you, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you again in the next video. Have a good day.